Can you give us a bit of an idea of what happened out there? I guess if you were sort of sitting there watching, going, is this one that just you left your game in the locker room? The guys, it's like they just got dominated from start to finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Credit to them. They're sitting on top of the ladder. They're playing great basketball, and we didn't have answers at all for them tonight. Offensively, we thought we had a plan with Cartwright, but we wasn't good enough. He was great. Menenga's had some games against us where he's been really good, and I thought that that 1-5 pick and roll with those two early in the game, we didn't get our coverages right, and that we were a little bit scared and didn't trust what we wanted to do, and that's what it felt like a little bit all night. We just got a little worried about our guy, or was the coverage going to be successful? And we've been great all year at doing what we said we were going to do, and guarding the paint's been one of the best in the league right now. But I don't know, you look along this box score and you see 66% from the field, and 70% in the paint and 60 from three, and just look at all these numbers and you say we were just really bad defensively, and that doesn't allow us to play at the pace we want to play at the offensive end. But they gave us an absolute lesson in how to screen tonight, and they were really good at it and super disciplined in the way they played.
Was the plan to a bit of ball denial from PJC and try and keep it out of his hands? And how did he bust that open? Obviously, like you said, with the screening and that, but was it obviously his speed as well?
Yeah, you want to try and take it out of his hands in the full court if we could. We did it a couple of times, but he's so quick and he just able to find a way to get back to it. In the ball screen, it's he didn't shoot threes tonight. He got layups or he got his mid-range shot, and as much as we scouted it, we weren't good enough to take it away tonight.
That's your biggest loss as a coach. Is that an alarm bells moment for you, or is this one of those ones you go, geez, that was a stinker, and obviously you learn from it and move on? How do you kind of view that now moving forward?
Yeah, and I talk about the defensive end. We haven't finished around the rim well enough for a while now, and I thought that was a problem as well. But we've been able to counter it somewhere else and either make threes or get to the foul line and do something else when we're not finishing at the rim. And I didn't think we had any of those areas covered as well. So once you're poor in your coverage and you can't put the ball in the hole at the other end, we had some problems. And so it's not a fun one to coach, and I'm glad I don't have too many experiences in a game like that. I think we had options in the second half to. Do we go conservative and play zone and do something totally different, or do we just try to keep being really aggressive and try and stay with who we are and actually ramp it up a little bit from our regular coverage? And so I think the message was more about in the second half, let's just get back to really playing hard to start with and see where, and then we can fix some of the problems. But 19 second chance points to 0 when we actually have more offensive rebounds. Like there's an element of just not competing at the highest level tonight.
Has it hurt a bit more that you couldn't do it for guys like Jack White and Shea, in the big milestone games?
Yeah, I think we've normally been good in milestone games. We know Melbourne culture. It's a fun night for our fans to come out, and I thought we've played well in this game, leading into a public holiday, and we just didn't give them anything to cheer about tonight, which is disappointing.
It's a short turnaround. Are you happy that it's a short turnaround?
Absolutely. It'll be a brutal review tomorrow, and I'm sure our boys will own it, and we'll own it as coaches as well. The mistakes that we made, and then we step on the floor and we start thinking about Brisbane.
One positive was Flynn playing out the game well. Finishing with a career high, I believe, 20 points.
Yeah, he's been good this last month. He's been great, and so he was the best offensive weapon that we had out on the floor tonight, and he kept staying confident, shooting the basketball right to the end.
Obviously, Flynn was a tough day for the boys, tough night for the boys. How did you manage to personally stay involved in the game and stay focused?
Just tight huddles, daily holding us accountable, and whoever's out there, we kind of just told ourselves, no matter what the score is, we got to compete. We got to play basketball the right way, play how we played. We weren't playing Melbourne United basketball, so that was just the focus in our huddles there.
And obviously personal pride for yourself. You've put some really good games together the last couple of weeks. So is that something you take pride in?
Yeah, like every time just stepping on the floor, trying to be consistent, trying to be the best player I am, and then also trying to build connection with the team. And then, tonight we just couldn't get it done as a team. So, yeah.
Flynn, is there anything different for you when you play against the Breakers? Like obviously, from your home country playing against New Zealand, and they talk a little bit about being underrated and that sort of thing. Do you kind of think about that or see that?
I don't really think about that. I kind of just see like every NBL game, if we win, lose, we're always trying to win. But every loss is going to feel the same, whether it be by 2 points or by 30 points. So, and no matter the opponent, you never want to lose to anyone, especially us being from representing Melbourne United. So, yeah, nothing different. Just got to go back to the film, learn from it, grow from it, and keep taking steps forward. Luckily, we got a game against Brisbane in a couple of days, so looking to lock in on that and then bounce back.
Dean, you've coached New Zealand before. Sam talked about how they feel like there's a bit of it's the mainland, they're kind of forgotten about a little bit, getting to finish on the bottom every year or second bottom, and now they're on top. Did you feel that over there when, I guess you're coaching, obviously you're very successful over there, but is that something, are we sort of writing them off at our own peril over here a bit?
Yeah, obviously the COVID years were really tough for them as a club and different things, but they're starting to bounce back. And obviously with 8 or 9 teams, whatever it was then, and one team from another country, you feel the weight of things a little bit against you and the travel that you have to go through. But I think it was always a bind for us to say, when we get on the road, the detail that you have to go through to, be successful on a road trip. And I think, when I was over there, we really bought into that. And they played 2 days ago, and they look pretty fresh and fit and pretty locked in. So, credit to the coach, they're doing a good job.